everybody, it's Joe from Passion Unchained here. Holding my phone. I left my my tripod at the gym and it looks like somebody has taken it, or at least it has been misplaced. So I'm recording with my phone for the time being. I'm not in a good mood. I feel really depressed, and a lot of it is because of the thing I said in my last video yesterday, where I was deactivated from Uber, and I am worried about my finances, and I'm feeling very, very down and depressed. Let me see if I can get a good angle. Oh, I gotta move the light. Feeling very down and depressed right now because I'm worried. I'm worried I won't be able to pay my bills this month. I mean, I will. I looked at the numbers and it's definitely going to happen. It's not even going to be that difficult, but there's this negative feeling coming up. No, I don't want to say negative. There's this unpleasant feeling that's coming up. And that's what I want to talk about today, is that even when you have the life that you want, you're still going to have many negative feelings. You're still going to have a lot of feelings that you go through that are going to be unpleasant. Now, some feelings, well, let me first say that the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's important to have reasonable expectations of what life is going to be like when you have achieved the things you want to achieve in life. If you go around life thinking that, oh, if I get the things I want, everything will be hunky-dory and I'm going to feel amazing and nothing will ever feel uncomfortable or sad, I won't feel mad, I won't feel sad, I won't feel anything bad, I don't want to feel, and everything will be great. Well, it'll be easier. You will probably feel that way less of the time, and you should definitely seek to get your needs met. But getting your needs met won't make you feel happy all the time. It won't. It just won't. It's not meant to. It's not going to. You're going to have emotions come up that are unpleasant, that you don't want to feel, that are uncomfortable to feel. And that's okay. And the reason that's okay is because understanding what the goal of life is, trying to keep my arms not tired. My arm gets tired after a few seconds of holding this phone. It's important to have good, reasonable expectations, because if you're expecting everything to go amazing, then you're going to be disappointed. And that's one reason why you have people that are super successful killing themselves. Because they expect, oh my God, when I have $1 million, I'll feel amazing, but they still feel sickening dread and sadness sometimes. Or when I'm famous, I'll feel lovable and I'll love myself and I'll feel good. Well, sometimes it doesn't happen that way, and often it doesn't. And when we put all our stock into, I'm never going to feel sad again, it's like, well, that's not realistic. So a more stable and healthy thing to expect is to learn to feel the things you feel and to be okay with that. If you learn that when you're sad, when you feel depressed, that, hey, that's fine, that's all right, I don't have to feel happy all the time, then it's not as scary. It still feels the same, but your reaction to it is different. And if your reaction to it is different, it's not suffering anymore. As a Buddhist saying, it's like, the issue isn't the feeling, the issue is the suffering. And the suffering is you not accepting the feeling. And some feelings are unpleasant, some feelings are pleasant. That's why I like to say pleasant and unpleasant rather than positive or negative, because that's a lot more accurate. It's more pleasant or unpleasant. That's what the feelings are. Some of them are pleasant, some of them aren't. My shirt is wet, by the way, because it's raining outside. But me not having the same access to Uber that I did before makes me feel scared, and that makes me feel dread, and it makes me feel depressed and sad. I'm taking a lot of action towards getting the money I need, and I'm going to be, looking at the numbers, I'm going to end the month having more money than I need. But at the same time, I still feel a sickening sense of dread because things are uncertain now, and that throws me off, and I don't like that. But you know what? What matters is what I do. What matters is what I do, not what I feel. And in what I feel, your relationship with your emotions tell you, pleasant emotions lead you towards the things you want. If you're happy because X, or you're happy thinking about Y, it's because, well, that's something that you want. When it comes to unpleasant emotions, it's like, well, I don't want to be deactivated from Uber. Like, that's not something I wanted. Damn, my arm's getting tired. So that makes me feel sad, and it makes me feel angry and depressed that this happened to me. So, because that's not something I want. So emotions can point you in the direction of the things that you want and don't want, and that's a really good role of emotions, right? The emotions are not to be controlled, but they're to be indicated. So like, you shouldn't control your emotions directly necessarily, although there is a lot of truth to mindset and the way that you frame things. But like, I don't like when people are like, oh, like, when you have a bunch of money, if you're like poor, just like accept the fact that you're really rich, right? That, and I'm going to do a video about this next one or the one after, and one of the other ones today. It's like, just accept the fact that like, it's okay. Like, don't make money your be happy even though you don't have money. Well, I don't know if it's that simple. I mean, you could kind of convince yourself that you're okay without money, but that's a temporary fix, because what you're really saying when you say you're poor, you're broke, and you're really wanting money, and you're really scared and depressed and angry and sad and all these unpleasant emotions when you look at your bank account being like zero or close to zero, what you're saying is, this is not what I want. And if you try to convince yourself that it's A-okay, it's like, you could kind of like twist your emotions in a knot and sort of push yourself into feeling okay about the situation. But in the end, you're just bullshitting yourself, because what you want is, you want to be able to pay your bills. And once you're able to pay your bills, it's like, okay, then you're fine. So the most productive, and I would say the most positive way to react to an unpleasant emotion is like, okay, what is it telling me that I want? All right, it's telling me that I'm scared because now I'm deactivated from Uber, and I want to make sure I have enough money. So I'm going to go ahead and use this unpleasantness as a motivation to apply to a lot more jobs, to put myself on the road for Amazon Flex instead, and to do a ton of different things to get myself to a position where the thing that this feeling is telling me I want is no longer an issue. And that takes a lot of self-awareness and introspection. So unpleasant emotions are information, and sometimes you don't know what it's saying, in which case just like calm yourself down. There's a lot more to this. I don't want to draw this video out too long, and I'll go deeper into depths about the nuances, but that's the main deal with this, is just unpleasant emotions and pleasant emotions. It's not positive or negative, and accept all emotions that you have, because you don't control emotions directly. You meet the need that the emotion is telling you that you have, either by changing the way you look at the situation and mindset, or changing the actual things that you have in your life. If it's saying you feel unsafe because you don't have the money you want or need, then make money. If it's saying that you're jealous because your friend has something you don't, well, then change your mindset and say, hey, let me use this as motivation rather than as a competition, and as, me getting angry at him, let me use this as a reason to move forward and get better myself. So that's all I have to say for now, and until the next 2 videos of today.